Welcome back to American Dream Cincinnati. We have one of our favorite guests that's come back with a special treat today. Gary Hagan, he is the broker of Hagan Real Estate. He's going to be talking to the guest that he brought, who's Richard McKenzie of First Inspection Services. He's the owner. And Gary's going to ask him some important questions that you might want to know about home inspection. Welcome back to the show, Gary.
Thanks, Amy. We're glad to be here.
Well, I'm excited to hear from both of you. I'm going to let you take it, and let's hear from Richard.
All right. So one of the things that can become an emotional topic sometimes when there's a real estate transaction is going on is the home inspection. And we're going to take a look at it today. I've asked Richard to come in. He's from First Inspection Services. And we're going to talk a little bit about home inspections from the buyer standpoint. Then we're going to talk about it from the seller's standpoint. All right, so Richard, what would be the first thing you would tell a buyer?
Sure. So the first thing I would say is make sure you know what your out-of-pocket limit is. It's very important for you to know what you can and can't deal with as far as the limit of findings in the report and repairs and so forth. And that boils down to, in looking at houses, what are the big four? The big four are typically the roof, the air conditioner, the furnace, and the structure being like the foundation walls.
And do you recommend that the buyer comes with you on the home inspection?
Absolutely. Buyers are paying us to be their consultant. So you want to be with us. So therefore, when you are looking at the report and reading it, everything's going to make sense to you because you were there first person. It's very important to make that time available in your schedule.
Do you coach them and counsel them as far as home ownership and the maintenance things that they may want to look for?
Absolutely. There's more to a home inspection than just looking for those defects and so forth, things that are not quite right. It is actually, especially for first-time home buyers, and every home is unique, there are certain things about every house that you want to know how to take care of. Where's your water main? How can you shut it off in case of emergency? Where, for example, do you put the air filters? There's a lot of things about the house and normal maintenance that we can teach a homeowner and to get them more confident with owning that house and things that they should know to take care of instead of putting those things on the seller, those normal maintenance items.
All right, well, that's good. And also, how do you counsel the buyers? Because you're going to find, typically in a used home, it's not like a new house, you know, you're going to find some issues. So
Right.
What do you tell the buyers about that?
Sure. They need to really manage their expectations. Taking a 40-year-old house, for example, and turning it into a brand new house, sure, maybe the house has been renovated or AKA flipped, but still, it's still a used product. And you're not going to be able to make everything brand new, and that really shouldn't be the expectation of a buyer.
Also, Richard, how about from a seller's standpoint? You know, they're always nervous when an inspection is
Right.
going to take place. So what can a seller do to make that process easier?
The garage, for example. Please don't have the car parked underneath the garage during the inspection. What about the attic in the other part of the house, a master bedroom or hallway? If these things can be clear and our access is easy, closet shelves, those are a big one too. If you know where your attic is, please sellers, have that stuff cleared out and those shelves removed so we can get into that attic pretty easily. So accessibility, clutter, these types of things, if they can be reduced and we can access things, windows for example, that makes our job a lot easier and less delay and fewer return trips.
That's basically the inspection process in a nutshell, and it's something that is part of every deal, and we just hope to make that a smooth transition during our negotiation.
Well, we really appreciate, Gary, you bringing Richard, and it was great information. Thank you, Richard, for being an expert in this field, and thank you both for being on The American Dream.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Amy. Good to be here.
We'll be right back with more of The American Dream.